All right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I got the kids in bed, and I get to open up this bad boy. It's from Suntup Editions. I got it secondhand. I was super excited to be able to get a copy, and I got it, I mean, was it 8 months, 10 months, a year? I don't know. It was a long time ago, and it was right after this thing went on sale. It sold out like so fast from Suntup, but I was able to find a guy that was selling his copy on the Facebook group. So I was happy to jump on that, and it's been a long time, and he was super great. His name's Tony. Thanks, Tony. Really appreciate you, man. And he was sending me updates all throughout, where it was in production as he was getting emails from Suntup. And anyway, it's done. So I've been having to see all of the pictures and videos of people getting their copy over the last few days. And the FOMO has just been so bad, and I've been wanting my copy so bad so I can dig into this thing, because it's the last Unicorn, and it's the numbered edition with this beautiful like tapestry looking cover on it with the unicorn and the Red Bull. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I've got to have that. And it's like, this is the first Suntup Numbered I've ever gotten. Or even seen, in real life. So I'm excited to see that and see kind of the difference there between a Suntup standard edition and the numbered and what they do. All right, so standard box. I'm gonna get rid of that. Not gonna waste time on the foam packaging. Let's see. I'm gonna set the prints aside. I think I know what those are. And I want to get into this thing. And so, I mean, guys, my whole, I wish. I think I've shared a lot of the room with you guys, a lot of the books, but I mean, myths and legends, medieval, Arthurian legends, stuff like that. It's my jam. That's what I'm into. I love it. It's interesting. It's my happy place. And so a book like this, The Last Unicorn, it's already in the genre. It's a great little fun story, and then you add that sort of medieval tapestry look on the cover, and it's just I couldn't not have it. Does that make sense? Is that too many negatives? I couldn't not have it. All right, let's see. Whew. Yes, sir. Wow. That is something. Look at that. And I love the blue inside this clamshell case. I'm trying to turn it here without dumping it out. How sad would that be? Look at this thing. Holy cow. So it's this cloth. It does have this, sort of the texture is really, really nice. I love this interior though. Look at that. It's beautiful. Such a nice deep blue. And also I'm stricken by this leather spine on here. Wow, it's light too. Goodness, look at that. Look at the bull. What a beautiful book. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I think one of the prints is the art, thank goodness, because this is not one you want to cover up and hide. This is just fantastic. Yeah, so even here on the spine, love that. The gold foiled stamped Last Unicorn title block. I wonder how much this kind of cloth will wear over time, right? Like, and I don't even think it's necessarily a negative thing. Like, having an old worn tapestry is so cool. It's just so cool. So nothing really going on these end pages here, though it is a really nice quality paper. Kind of a light pink. Last Unicorn. It's great. And it's just such a great story, and that letterpress is so nice. I'm a fan. I know I heard a lot of people talking about whether or not they like the bite in the page with the letterpress and stuff, and maybe it's the mark of a really good letterpress to barely have the faintest impression of a mark. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's really nice to be able to feel it and to feel where the printing press has done its work, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's wonderful art in here. So I had received the artist edition of this book previously, Yep, there's my signature page. So it's signed by both the author and the illustrator. So yeah, I'll come in for a close-up so you guys can see some of these details. It's absolutely fantastic. And the spine on this thing is just so cool. All right, come check it out. All right, so let's check it out. We got our Suntup Last Unicorn Peter Beagle bookmark. Let's open up these prints real quick, because I have a feeling that of all the many prints I've gotten with books, these might be the ones that I actually frame and put up. Oh wow, this is a much nicer quality paper than I was expecting. First of all, not necessarily this one. This one's okay. I mean, it's nice, but it's not, it's nothing crazy. This one though, this paper is fantastic, and it almost looks like, I don't even know. I mean, it looks like it's so bright and vibrant. It looks like fresh watercolor or something on the paper. And you can see the texture of the paper here on the back, I think, pretty well. I see the shadows. It's very thick. Signed by Tom Kidd. This might be, I mean, I could definitely see framing this and hanging it up, putting it up, either on a bookshelf or, even in one of the kids' rooms. My 6-year-old, he loves unicorns, so put it in his room, or my daughter. Yeah, I gotta say, like, I'm not crazy about this one. It doesn't capture the texture for me. It doesn't capture it captures the art. I mean, you can see the image that's on the cover, which is cool, but it doesn't. If this one was textured the way this one was, just on the paper, even just the paper this one's on is really what's doing it, I think. But unfortunately, this one just is kind of flat to me. It's very clear. It's a very clear picture, which is nice. And if that's what you're after, great, go for it. But I think it would be better served on a bit more texture. All right, so let's check out this clamshell case. So this is a nice little, it's like a leather label here. So that's really nice. Otherwise, a very plain clamshell box. And here you go, this is what you came for. This material, some kind of suede, or I don't know, it's very nice. And I love I don't know if the camera's picking up all the deep blues and then the kind of the lighter colors, and it just feels very, very cool. This book is absolutely gorgeous. I have a couple not concerns, but a couple thoughts, I guess, to kind of look out for. So things like this, like on the corners here, you see how that's already sort of fading, and that the blue dye of the cloth is getting worn on the corners already, and it's it's brand new, right? And so that's just going to be, I think over time, especially if these are handled, if you're actually reading this copy, and it feels amazing in the hand, but I think you are going to see some wearing happen, right? I think you're going to see some fading happen, and that just is what it is, right? I mean, same thing, like these colors are just so, they're bright and vibrant, but they are also a little bit muted, and I think that's probably just part of the, it being printed on the cloth the way that it is. Look at the bull, so awesome. So anyway, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It feels so good in the hand too. And I don't have any books that have, a leather spine like this and then cloth boards, without going for like a quarter binding or something. Oh, that beeping was kind of annoying. Okay. I love this though. I love the way that looks. It's fantastic. The Last Unicorn. I really don't want to hide this book inside this clamshell case. I might not. I might just keep it out, you guys. Shame on me. So there's that picture. But and even look at the difference. It's so much more faded and muted in the book, and this print is phenomenal. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Yeah, this one's getting framed for sure. It just is. Like, look at how bright. I think this picture really is going to sum it up for you guys. This image. Look at how much brighter and more detail there is in this one than what you get in the kind of printing here. So here's the intro. You know, I did another video when I received the artist edition. This paper is nice. I like the feel of that paper. So some great art. Tom Kidd did a wonderful job with these illustrations. Really, really nice. Beautiful stuff. You know, I'll tell you now, after seeing the contrast of this type of print versus, you know, the way it looks in the book, it really makes me want a lot of this art in this printed format, right? Like, I feel like this isn't doing it justice. The colors and what Tom Kidd has achieved here is not, it's not done justice in you know, in the prints in the book. And there you go, and there's the signature page. So this is number 234 out of 250 copies. So got our signatures. It's great. It's just such a well put together book. Very tight binding. This spine is super nice. I love it. It's very cool. You know, and like I said, I think that this is going to have some fading and some wearing that happens over time, especially if you're actually handling this and reading it. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Like, I don't hate that. I mean, if you want it to stay pristine and you want it to look just like this, then obviously don't read this copy. Like, don't touch it, you know? Okay. There you go. There you have it. There's your look. There's your close-up. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely fantastic. You know, there's a couple little things that, you know, that I guess, I don't know if they're nitpicks or just kind of whatever. You know, I think that the way that this is going to hold up over time, if you're handling it, if you're reading from it, I think you're going to see some wearing happen on the cloth, on the edges. You know, and again, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, it kind of will give it a nice, loved, used, you know, kind of that feeling of like a home that's been well lived in, right? Which can feel very cozy. And I think this has a very cozy feel to it. I mean, that kind of captures, I don't know if that's what they're going for, but that's like when I hold it, when I look at it, that's what I feel. It feels very cozy. It makes me want to read, and it makes me want to have a cup of coffee, and you know, then I think that's a wonderful thing. So it feels really nice in the hand. The paper's great. I really like the spine. I think it's beautiful. I think it's great. A challenge is going to be how to display this thing. How do we put it out in a way that, you know, is safe for the book, is good, and it's not going to get damaged, but also allows you to kind of show this thing off. I will say, you know, looking at, I thought it's crazy to me the difference between like this picture that's as it's printed in the book, and then how vivid this print is that came with it. I think it's absolutely mind-boggling how much brighter and more detail is here. And you know, to be honest with you, I feel a little bit the same way about the way the cover looks. As far as, you know, looking at the images online, you know, whenever the book was sort of the pre-release and everything, and just the marketing materials and where it's online, and looking at the way the cover looked, the pictures online, it looked a lot brighter to me, and it looked a lot more like the texture of it was going to be, you know, like threaded tapestry-like texture, right? And that's, you know, when you get it in the hand, that's not necessarily the case. Like there is texture to it. There is cloth texture. It does not look like, you know, the weaving in and out sort of threads of a tapestry or something, which, you know, maybe that would probably be just exorbitantly expensive to do, or I don't even know if you could do that. I'm just making an observation that it looks different, you know, in person. That being said, and the colors are a little more muted, right? Just with how it sort of came out. That being said, it's very cozy. It's very beautiful. And so, anyway, I mean, I guess I feel like I'm just kind of going around in circles here, but I think it's fantastic. It feels great in the hand. It's great quality paper. It's letterpress printed. It's signed by the author and the illustrator. It's got wonderful artwork throughout. You know, it's got a beautiful cover, the front and back, you know, with the bull on the back. The spine is absolutely gorgeous. I love that so much. The clamshell case is great. I mean, I think it's fantastic. It's great. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's a great story, and it's a great. This is a great edition of it. It might be the edition. This might be like the definitive edition. Oh yeah, you know I'm always a sucker for these drop caps, guys. There's some great drop caps in here in this two-tone letterpress printing. You got majority's black, and then you get some where it's that sort of blue, right? Like sort of that blue color that that they've used for some of the beginning of the chapters and things like that. So it's fantastic. It's so great. It's such a nice book. There you go. The Last Unicorn, numbered edition from Suntup Editions. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.